Leclerc has been given shocking advice for his future. Red Bull gets bad news about Yuki's future, and Ferrari admits their issues for the Monaco GP. Let's get into the latest F1 news. In the high-stakes world of Formula One, McLaren Racing CEO Zak Brown is making a bold statement. He's prepared to sacrifice the chance at the F1 Drivers' Championship to maintain fairness between his two-star drivers, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. In an exclusive interview with PlanetF1.com, Brown emphasized McLaren's commitment to ensuring equality as they chase title glory. Currently, Piastri and Norris are sitting at the top of the championship standings, a rare opportunity for McLaren to capture its first driver's title since Lewis Hamilton clinched it in 2008. However, the excitement comes with its challenges. Managing the intense competition between their proven racers is a delicate balance that Brown and team principal Andrea Stella must navigate carefully. Formula One is not just about speed and strategy, it's also a team sport. With a robust workforce aimed at supporting the performance of two individual drivers, maintaining harmony while pushing for success is crucial. McLaren's decision to field both Piastri and Norris, top-tier drivers in their own right, is a departure from the norm. Typically, leading teams allocate support to one primary driver, leaving the second to play a backup role. This approach can lead to tensions and disputes, something Brown is keenly aware of. Yet, he remains pragmatic, asserting that McLaren's success hinges on the team's collective objectives. The best way to win the constructors is to finish first and second in the drivers, said Brown. And then, the way to let the drivers decide who's first and second is by treating them fully, fairly, transparently. This treating of drivers equally is evident in their race weekend strategies. For instance, in Imola, Piastri was sent out first in the qualifying rounds, while in the previous race, Norris received the same opportunity. Brown illustrated that when it comes to performance upgrades, they alternate who gets the advantage, ensuring both drivers remain on equal footing. However, this commitment to fairness leads to an interesting dilemma. At what point does the team pivot its strategy to focus on one driver? In the 2024 season, the notion of equality was further demonstrated when Piastri supported Norris in a crucial race, allowing him to maximize points against rival Max Verstappen. This mutual support continued in Qatar, where Norris returned the favor, illustrating the deeply rooted values of fairness within McLaren. Brown acknowledges the risk associated with such a commendable approach, but he is unfazed. For us, it's quite an easy thing to work through, he said. Our drivers aren't asking for favoritism, they're asking for fairness, and that's what they get. He firmly believes that both drivers are comfortable with this arrangement, and that may the best man win. His aspiration is to have both drivers competing fiercely in the final race of the season without jeopardizing each other's chances against a strong opponent. Brown points out that he would rather see neither driver win the title than rob one of a fair shot. I'm comfortable with that, he insists, because the other scenario is, how do you take a driver out of contention? That's not right at all. In this fascinating journey through the F1 season, McLaren stands as a testament to the power of teamwork and integrity, with Brown prioritizing equality of opportunity over individual accolades. It's a refreshing perspective in a sport often dominated by cutthroat competition, and one that could lead to incredible outcomes for McLaren. With such significant income linked directly to Constructors' Championship success, it's clear why McLaren emphasizes this competition, even above the individual drivers' titles. Zak Brown, McLaren's CEO, insists that until it's evident one driver has a clear edge, they won't favor one over the other. Both Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris want to claim the championship by besting all their opponents, including each other. This philosophy recalls the 2007 season when McLaren's Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton missed out on the title, tied on points with Ferrari's Kimi Räikkönen. Zak believes it's crucial for both drivers to fight for the championship rather than impose a supporting role, as that respect and integrity foster true competition. He makes it clear, success should come from talent, not team orders. In an exciting season ahead, McLaren's game plan, centered on fairness and ambition, could pave the way for actual success on the track, reuniting fans with the thrill that Formula One has to offer. As the championship race heats up, all eyes will be on McLaren and their dynamic duo. Ferrari's Monaco Grand Prix preparations are shrouded in worry as the team faces a critical qualifying session. Team principal Fred Vasseur has openly expressed his concerns about their current performance. Unlike last season, where qualifying was a strength, this year has seen a significant decline. With only one front-row start across 9 sessions, it's clear that Ferrari needs to step up their game. The recent race at Imola was a stark reminder of their struggles, featuring a disheartening double Q2 exit for the team. Both drivers, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, have voiced their frustrations. Hamilton, who started P12, shared his disbelief, signaling that the SF25 simply lacks speed. Leclerc echoed this sentiment, placing his car just one position higher, claiming they found themselves nowhere in terms of performance. Despite trying to adapt to the new soft Pirelli tires during Q2, neither driver could find their rhythm. Leclerc, speaking to Sky F1, emphasized the dire situation. He noted the underwhelming potential of their car, admitting, "There's not enough performance in the car." This ongoing struggle has become a critical talking point within the team as they prepare for the unique challenge of Monaco. It's a circuit that demands high levels of performance, particularly in qualifying, and Ferrari is under pressure to deliver. The driver dynamics in the pit may offer some solace, as both racers performed better on race day, with Hamilton finishing 4th and Leclerc claiming 6th. However, Vasseur knows that these race results will be meaningless if qualifying continues to be a hurdle. He voiced his frustration, stating, "There is a bit of frustration for us." The Monaco Grand Prix is fast approaching, and Vasseur is aware that their qualifying woes need immediate attention. "Yay, we need to put all our effort on this," he urged, acknowledging the importance of Saturday's performance. Vasseur highlighted that Monaco presents unique challenges regarding tire management, necessitating a different strategy for preparation. The aim is clear: to extract as much potential as possible from the soft tires during qualifying. The team needs a successful turnaround to regain their competitive edge. As fans eagerly await to see if Ferrari can convert their struggles into success, the spotlight will be on Monaco. Qualifying is not just essential for points, it sets the tone for the race weekend. How well can Ferrari adapt, learn, and bounce back from their recent disappointments? Only time will tell as they head into this pivotal stage of the Formula One season. As Ferrari heads to Monaco for the next Grand Prix, the pressure is on. With their recent struggles in qualifying and a challenging track ahead, it's clear that securing a strong position is vital. The infamous Monaco street circuit has seen 32 races won from pole position, a reminder of the importance of qualifying. Charles Leclerc, the only Monegasque to win at home, admits concerns over the team's performance. "Monaco exposes quite a few weaknesses in our car," he commented, highlighting the unique challenges the circuit presents. The risk-loaded environment of qualifying adds to the unpredictability, and Leclerc hopes for a surprising turnaround. Ferrari team boss Fred Vasseur has also addressed discontent among fans regarding suggestions for changes and admits they've made errors with the SF25. As F1 2025 progresses, there are predictions surrounding potential shifts in team dynamics and strategies. With the upcoming Monaco GP casting a shadow of uncertainty and expectation, what will be the outcome for Ferrari? Will they transform their fortunes, or are further challenges on the horizon? Stay tuned for updates as the drama unfolds. Yuki Tsunoda is making headlines lately, and it's not just because of his performance on the racetrack. The young Japanese driver has found himself in some hot water after his father's frank assessment of his recent stint with the Red Bull team. In a recent interview, his father, Nobuaki Tsunoda, didn't hold back. He expressed concerns over Yuki's ability to learn from past mistakes, particularly referencing a challenging situation at the Imola Grand Prix. Yuki, who was thrust into the senior Red Bull team this season after Liam Lawson struggled, managed to bring some excitement to the track, even clocking a solid 9th place finish in Bahrain. But there's a stark contrast between his results and the exceptional performance of his teammate, Max Verstappen. At Imola, disaster struck early on when Tsunoda crashed during qualifying. The incident saw his car roll over after hitting the barriers at high speed, but fortunately, he emerged unscathed. However, this crash raised eyebrows, especially coming from someone who had similar challenges in his rookie year. His father highlighted this point in his critique, pointing out that Yuki seems to be repeating mistakes that should have been learned from years ago. Nobuaki remarked that Yuki's over-optimism during races could be a troubling pattern, hinting that after good runs, the young driver may not maintain the caution necessary for a consistent performance. When asked about his father's comments during a media session in Monaco, Yuki replied nonchalantly. He stated, "I'm not listening to my dad, so it's okay." He emphasized his lack of energy to engage with comments and critiques, expressing confidence in his own ability to self-assess and grow. Tsunoda's situation is a classic example of the pressure young drivers face in high-stakes environments like Formula One. With eyes on the track, both from fans and family, it's a constant balancing act. Will Yuki take his father's words to heart, or will he continue to carve out his own path? That's the question on every fan's mind as the season unfolds. Stay tuned as we keep you updated on Yuki Tsunoda's journey in the world of F1 and the challenges that come with it. Yuki Tsunoda's recent crash has caused quite a stir, costing Red Bull around £1 million, an impactful hit, especially under the budget cap. Reflecting on his mistakes, he admitted to trying to drive like a hero, a lesson learned at both Imola and Monaco. "I just lack understanding of how the car behaves with each setup," Tsunoda explained. He found the Red Bull car changed more than he expected, making the setup process challenging. "This approach might be wrong, but throughout my career, I've tackled challenges this way," he added. Despite expressing responsibility for the crash, he knows he needs more time to match the performance of his teammate Verstappen. With limited upgraded components available, Tsunoda will have to adapt carefully and manage his expectations. In a broader context, the F1 environment has seen heightened tension and aggression. Franco Colapinto recently highlighted the need to curb abusive behavior towards drivers, urging fans to remain passionate but respectful. As the season progresses, Tsunoda's ability to learn from these experiences will be crucial. Will he rise to the occasion, or will pressure mount further? Stay tuned for more updates on this captivating narrative. In the fast-paced world of Formula One, change is often seen as both a risk and a necessary evolution. Charles Leclerc, a talented driver with a fervent fan base, has found himself at a crossroads in his career with Ferrari. Recently, former Haas team principal Guenther Steiner ignited discussions about Leclerc's future by urging him to take a leap of faith and seek a new challenge outside of the Scuderia. This theory arises as Leclerc experiences growing frustration following a disappointing start to the 2025 F1 season. With Ferrari's performance notably lacking, Steiner pointed to the example of Lewis Hamilton. He made a bold move when he transitioned from dominant Mercedes to join Ferrari, believing that sometimes change can spark new opportunities and reinvigorate a driver's career. Ferrari had a strong run the previous season, pushing McLaren to the brink in the Constructors' Championship. However, 2025 has not been kind to the Scuderia. With only one podium finish from the first 7 races and an alarming gap of 165 points from leading teams, the situation has raised concerns. During recent qualifying rounds, both Leclerc and Hamilton failed to make it past Q3, a clear sign of the challenges Ferrari is currently facing. Leclerc's candid comments to Sky F1 reflect his dissatisfaction, saying, "We are just nowhere at the moment." He expressed frustration over the car's performance, stating that it simply lacks the potential he and the team had hoped for. His comments underscore the tension surrounding the team as they grapple with their standings in the championship race. In a recent podcast appearance, Steiner elaborated on his thoughts, suggesting that it might be time for Leclerc to explore opportunities beyond Ferrari. As a graduate of the prestigious Ferrari Driver Academy, Leclerc has a rich history with the iconic team, having achieved 8 Grand Prix victories since he joined in 2019. However, his continued success may hinge on whether he is willing to embrace change. Steiner stated, "He needs a new challenge," emphasizing that a shift might pave the way for Leclerc to elevate his career. Comparisons to Hamilton's decision to leave a successful stint at Mercedes serve as poignant reminders that sometimes the best path forward lies in venturing into the unknown. Fans are left to ponder. Will Charles Leclerc heed these calls for change? Can a shift in teams revitalize not just his spirit, but potentially lead him to a world championship? As discussions surrounding Leclerc's future intensify, the importance of taking risks in the pursuit of greatness becomes ever clearer in the dynamic and unpredictable realm of Formula One. As we delve deeper into the competition for 2025, the spotlight firmly rests on the head-to-head race statistics between teammates like Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. This rivalry is bound to be a hot topic in the coming seasons and could redefine what we know about racing dynamics. In 2025, expect to see some thrilling moments as these drivers face off on the track. But while statistics offer fascinating insights, there's also a cautionary tale surrounding what happens if a driver opts for the wrong your team. Guenther Steiner, a seasoned figure in Formula One, warns that a change of scenery doesn't always guarantee success. Just ask Fernando Alonso. After a celebrated career with Renault, where Alonso clinched back-to-back championships, his subsequent journeys through McLaren, Ferrari, and even a return to Renault didn't yield the same results. He faced challenges that not only tested his skills, but also put his championship hopes on ice. Steiner's remarks serve as a poignant reminder that fortune can be fickle in motorsport. Switching gears, another significant aspect of the 2025 season is the personal stakes involved for drivers like Lewis Hamilton. Nervous moments crept in when the first glimpses of an upcoming F1 movie were revealed to the drivers. This scenario adds another layer of complexity to the sport, where media representation and individual narratives intertwine with on-track performance. As the rumors swirl around how Hamilton might adapt to new situations, including adjustments with Ferrari, the stakes get higher. His recent performance at Imola saw him claim 4th place, his best finish this season, demonstrating that while changes loom on the horizon, he remains a formidable competitor. Meanwhile, off the track, the F1 world buzzes with updates, from new pit stop regulations in Monaco to the financial landscape of racing. The questions surrounding driver salaries in F1, IndyCar, and NASCAR pique interest, revealing not just the monetary stakes, but the passion and commitment these athletes have for their sport. And with the debut of the 11th team, Cadillac F1, the 2025 season is poised to usher in fresh rivalries and thrilling competition. Fans will be watching closely as these developments unfold, eagerly anticipating what's next in this exhilarating sport. Will we see new legends rise, or will the experienced champions hold their ground? The countdown to the action is officially on.